Hi folks, this is Peter Phillips, and we're going to do some drywall today. I'm gonna show you, these are my work glasses, if you've not noticed, if you're not used to seeing me wearing glasses. I don't know why. Probably because they look like funky glasses from the 60s or something. So basically, yesterday we had some stuff I said about how to put the drywall up and do it by yourself. Make sure you're always safe and you secure things properly because you don't want to be hurt. It's very important. Okay, that comes first to make sure you do take care of yourself that way. So I'm gonna show you how to put up sheets of drywall on the ceiling alone. I've never done it before. I've seen or heard about it, but I don't have anybody to work with right now. So I have to do this room ceiling. You know, all the stuff that we've done so far and everything you see down there. What we did yesterday was all up here, right? So we did all that, and I did that yesterday. So today we're in the big room, and so what I've done, all right, what I've done so far is, okay, let me turn this phone around so you guys can see. All right, so basically what I've done, as you can see, it doesn't make sense, but there's a T right here, and I'm gonna hold the sheet on my scaffold and set it on the top, right? It's gonna be a 10-foot sheet, and once it lies on the top, I'll be able to climb up. Once I climb up, I'm gonna grab my sheet. Okay, I'll put it up to the ceiling. Once I have my sheet up, I can reach behind me. I can grab the piece of rope. Once I grab the rope, you pull it towards yourself. That T is too high, so it's back. So what the sheet will do, it'll sit on there and it'll wedge the sheet tight to the ceiling. We hope. This is the first. So you're gonna see my own construction of how I feel this is gonna work. And here's our drywall, what we're gonna put up. So I've got 2 scaffolds I got set up. All right, I've already done a lot of the work already. This is a basement being refinished. Okay, so do it, and hey, I don't know. Wish me luck because I've never done this. I have no idea. This is a first. I do not know how this is going to turn out. So your guess is as good as mine. Cross my fingers that we can do this. I'm gonna hope. Anyway, how do you guys got a good little view there? We're gonna set you guys up so you can see what's going on. All right, so you can see the T down there, and you can see where I'm gonna be doing. All right, maybe is it better to do this? How do you think? Is that better? I can't hear you. What? Excuse me? Kidding. If that's the case, let me find something real quick to wedge this up with here. We just use those grunts and groans, or that's called age, guys. That's what wake up now at my age when you're older than dirt. So, all right, you just look younger than dirt. All right, so I don't know if I got this going on right, but I'm trying to give you guys a good view. You guys can see this. Turn it on. Oh, all right, so there we have it. There's something cool, I guess. We get in front of my scaffold here. All right, well, wish me luck because, I don't know what's going to happen. Forgive me if I struggle with this because I've just never done this. So this is what it is. Let's see how she works out. Fingers. Oh, we don't want to see the. I go grab my sheet. We'll bring it up. And cross your fingers. I'll be right back with my drywall. I got it right here. All right. Set that up good. Okay. Here goes nothing. See what we're going to have to find out. Here we go. I got to make sure I got a screw on the end of my gun, always. So when I go to grab my gun, there's a screw on it. And I don't have to reach for a screw. That's always a nice little helpful tip for you guys. If you guys got a wireless screw gun, like myself. And let me pick this 10-foot sheet up here. We're going to set it up nice over my head. All right. So I'm going to set this up here. Okay. Let's make sure we can get up there. Okay. All right. I'm not worried about marking the sheet up because I know the paper. We can fix anything. All right. So put this up. My back is like killing me today. I don't know why I did it in my chest. Pull the muscle in the chest. So, I'm just trying to set this up. All right. So I'm going to set this down for 1 second. I'm going to regroup. Make sure my screw is on my gun. Always, as you can see, there's a screw on my gun, so I don't have to find a screw. And Lord forbid that it stays on my gun. A lot of times it falls off. But when it's there, it's always nice to be able to know that your screw is secured on there and doesn't get knocked off. Okay. Catch my breath. Cross your fingers. I already marked my studs. Make sure you mark along the perimeter of your sheet so you know exactly where you're going to be screwing. It's an easy thing to forget because it's such a simple thing to do. And sometimes we overlook these little things that make the big things the most important, as of life. Anyways, after 54 years, that's what I figured out. Okay, that's the little things. All right, here we go. I want to do this. As you can tell, I'm really motivated. I'm enthused. So enthused. All right, guys. You ready? Are you guys going to wish me luck? What do you think? Are we doing this or what? Come on. I can't even hear. Give me a come on. I got to hear something. I got to feel the energy. Come on. Yeah, are you ready? All right, let's do this. See how far my sheet is so I don't kill myself. I want to kind of balance it in the center. All right. Ah. Here we go. Yeah. Make sure she's lined up and square. It looks pretty good, right? Right there. All right. Be careful because these things have a tendency to break in half. Wasn't guiding them up, but so here we go. One shot here. Once I got that there, I don't know if this is gonna hold. I don't think it's gonna. All right, let's just hang a bit. I don't think it's gonna work. So in that case, we're gonna do it old school because I don't give up so easily. Oh, there's no screw. See, I wouldn't have to do this if there's a screw. All right. One. So my T did not work. So now I have the balance of the sheet in my hand. All right. All right. That didn't tape. I don't gotta be careful here. That screw is not doing much. All right. Just like a miss. Yes, I'm out of breath. Hi. Okay. Grab this. All right. This took a lot of energy. Let me tell you. All right. Sometimes you don't want to let go so easy, but I got nothing left, man. Well, so much for my tea. It looks so good on paper. Look at it. In a real perfect world, let's see if it's gonna work. So I'm supposed to be able to do this, right? My problem is it's a little bit too high. I thought it was gonna bypass it. I thought this is what's gonna, it would have actually come up, underneath it and wedged itself, held the sheet up. And I didn't need it. I really thought I needed it, and I can't do this all day long. There's no way I'm going to do that all day long. But, yeah, this is it. So, as you know, the T didn't work. The sheet's up. Let me put some screws in it just so I can make sure she doesn't fall down, which I know it's not going to now. Alright. Put a little couple screws. Alright. Make sure you're not going in too deep with your screw. Make an adjustment to the gun if you are, like I'm doing right now. This is just a drywall information that you don't get, in a book. You don't get it unless you've done it 1,000 times over. So it's just by years of doing this, it's going to go less. So I want to adjust my depth because my screws are going in just a little one notch too much. And what happens is you'll break the paper or the drywall and your screws will be popped. That's why you have pop screws in your house. Alright, if the screws are breaking the paper, you always knock that in because the papers don't like to do it when they're putting that sheet in. Putting the mud on it. Pre-filling that screw, right? So, yeah. And to believe this or not, I used to screw a lot faster. When I was a little bit younger, oh my gosh, I was thinking that yesterday, how fast I used to do this. And you think this is quick. No, this is slow. This is the speed. This is the speed you get when you're 40 years old. Yeah. I thought I heard some laughing there. I said 40 years old. Come on, give me credit. I'm well preserved. I've got to give you that. I must say he is definitely well preserved. You see, if I was a little bit younger, this sheet should have been already screwed off already and be done. If I was 20 years old, I'd be probably screwing the next sheet. Right? Yeah, these aren't too bad. Alright, so here is I'm going to show you, since I'm on the line that you guys are watching this, you think it's so informative, and you know what? The drywall is, I hate when I miss it, because I don't look. And it really helps if you actually know what you're doing. Sometimes I do this so much, folks, that I take it for granted that I actually have to look at the sheet. Figure I'm just going to put it through there and it's going to find its way on its own. And it doesn't find its way on its own. Doesn't matter how you do it. Alright, so I'm going to mark here. Oh, I got this one out. Must have missed a line here, so let's make sure I get this. So much not young anymore, but I'll tell you what, when you're my age, when you're 42, when you're 43 years old, and going on 40, every physical job you do is kind of like a plus. If you think of it that way. Think of it as you're working out, you're strengthening your body, you're always moving, you're keeping your strength up, you're keeping your heart rate going. Dude, you know what? You're paying yourself. You're getting paid to work out. How much better is it? You can't do that at a gym, right? So being paid to work out, it's one way to look at it. And for you guys that are sitting in an office, it's do some of your own home renovations and never stop moving around. And look at this. You're contorted. Drywall contorts you. It gives you. It's no wonder why my back is sore, right? So yeah. So what I'm saying now is what I've done is I've let this. There's nothing here. I didn't land on a stud, and I'll tell you why. What happens a lot of times is your trusses are so up and down. These ones are pretty straight, but for the most part, you got a lot of this is. They're bowed or they're twisted. When you're sitting in the rain, you got wet, they dried out. They move, they twist up a little bit. And you don't see it until you level on it. So when you put your butt on there, you're not going to be able to hide it when you put a butt because it's out of square, right? It's up or down. So what you want to do on a ceiling is run it individual and let it float on its own. So normally I would put plywood. If I had some plywood cut, I would cut a sheet of plywood up, plywood on my butts, because then it's like nice glass. It's like a skating rink up there. And the tapers love it because they have nothing to hide in terms of trying to hide a butt. And I'm just trying to find a piece of wood that I can put there really quickly, which I have a lot of scrap here. I don't know what's in here. There's wood, but I'm definitely going to need this piece of wood for, I could probably use my teeth since it works so well, right? So, and why don't I? Since this works so awesome, I'm going to take this off. Since it really look good on paper. Man, what an idea. So it looks good on paper, always looks good in real life. It always turns out to be the best. So I'm going to take a couple things that I made here. A T, and I'm going to move it around so I can use it. Alright, here we go. Like that. Hey, I made it. If I put it together, I can take it apart. And I need these little pieces of wood. I need a piece of wood right now so I can show you guys where I'm going to put my butt. Alright? So I put these together with screws, and this is the reason why. We'll put that there, I don't know, but that's a Robinson there. That's going to come off like that. But nonetheless, I need these ones. Usually these things should come up pretty quick. Welcome to my world. These screws get bent. They're hard to take out. So you that. So you have to use up the clutch. Let the clutch move on its own. Right. So okay. That's going to come out second. Where there's a will, there's a way. Alright? Right? See that coming. So that's going to be two pieces of that. I need to take that out now. And this one here, I won't have my hammer on me, so I can't get it back out of the way. And I got to pry it up with, but hopefully this is going to work. You guys are always. Yeah, pry it up. I don't know what. I'll pry it up. Doesn't matter because I can use pressure to take out the screws. That's what it needs. And I go with the screws over here. Okay, there we go. Pressure. There we go. So that took out that. And I think I have to do the same thing over here. Stick that up there. I don't want to do that to my gun. I have a bad habit of banging things that I have in my hand because I don't have nothing else. So that's why the stuff don't last very often. Oh, alright. So the screws doesn't want to come out. I'm going to make it come out. Something that we can't take out. That's what it is. I got no. Alright, in that case, you know what? The screws don't want to come out. What I want them to do. I have my hammer dealing already, but I don't have a hammer with me. So I'm kind of stuck here. Trying to do it the old-fashioned way. A little prying. So use some pressure on that screw so I can get it to move. So in that case, welcome to my world. I don't want to do it around. So I need to take these out. Alright, so what I'm going to do is pop this off real quick. Alright. This is the old fashioned way of tearing it apart. So there, we got it apart. Since I don't have to wait now for and we almost got the part. Yeah. So this is called hey, when you gotta get things done, just get it done. There's no thinking involved. Do it, right? Nike said. Do it. Scaffold getting stuck here. So we're back to the butt, and I'm gonna put this piece of wood up here. So, and yes, that was a nice catch. I used to play baseball, and I used to be one amazing shagging guy. And when I mean shagging, means there was nothing I could not find in the sky and put it in my little piece of leather on my head. It was awesome. And then I got old, and then I couldn't see anymore. Alright, so like I said, you don't have to maneuver around like I do, because I'm used to climbing around these benches and putting myself in positions of. But you know what? I got good leverage. I'm not going to fall. There's wood there, and there's scaffold. I can grab onto it anytime, right? So my wood is here. I'm going to put it right here. Right. This is for the next sheet. This is drywall, man. This is what we do. You just seen it firsthand. I never pre-opted anything. I never rehearsed nothing. All right, nothing rehearsed. This is 150% authentic, real drywall, on the job, on the spot, with me, Peter Phillips. And if I had a camera crew right now, I would be breaking for commercial. But anyways, this is what I love to do. I grew up doing it. I still love doing it. I very much enjoy working by myself. There's nobody to take you away from what you're doing and you're thinking. You can do your own little thing, get it going on. You have what you want to do, how you want to get it done, and nobody else to put their 2 cents in. Because you know, I mean, everybody has a certain process that they like to do, and I very much enjoy the way mine works. I find I do a very good job. The quality of what I do is next to none. I don't cut corners, and I do not do anything that's going to take the integrity away from my job. Everything I do is amazing. Like, I put the backing where it belongs. I don't cut corners, never have, and never will. And I tell you, there's one thing to say about that: to not cut corners, no cheesing out, do it properly, make sure your drywall is done right. Just treat it like it was your own house. No cutting the corners, because if I had to cut corners, I wouldn't have put these pieces of backing in here. And I didn't mark my backing here, but I'll look from here. It's up there somewhere. But I wouldn't have put backing here, because there is no backing. It's just drywall. I can't do that. I couldn't live with myself. It would move, and I would know it. Same with the butts. It would land on here, I didn't care. But you know what? If it was my house, I'd do it like it was my own. And the homeowners, when they do their stuff, that's one thing they can absolutely say is they have a sense of peace, knowing that their job is going to get done correctly and done right. And I'm not cutting corners. There's nothing that I won't know to make sure it's done right. So here we are. Let me just let you know, this is the day. One sheet done by myself, which is not easy. Great tea, good job. Didn't work well. So let me turn this around before we're going to say goodbye. I'm just cutting at the end of our little educational video on how to drywall by yourself with Peter Phillips. And let's move this around to the other side. All right, so here we go. We'll go straight up again. So here's our sheet. All right, and that's what she looks like. There you go, screwed off. You see the screws all in nice line, and they look pretty. I think that looks awesome when they're so lined up like that, balanced out. So here we go. There we have it. Look at that. There we are, our first sheet. Look how square that is, folks. That's called square. Your first sheet is the most important. Make sure it's square. Take the extra time necessary to make sure your outside edges are right. And you always, rule of thumb, start from the outside of a house, never on the inside walls, okay? Because they're where they're most out of square. Okay, that's then drywall it. This is it. My next sheet is going to go here, okay? I'm just going to run my sheet against this sheet. I'm going to run it past my first sheet, and it's going to hang here. Why? Because that's going to keep this line straight for my next sheet. And then I'm putting a sheet on the inside, and then my sheet after that, coming here and here and here, will be completely beautiful. It'll be awesome. So there you have it, Drywall 101. What else can I tell you? That's about it. This is it. This is drywall, and this is what, maybe I'll show you a video at the end of the day and what we got done and how the ceiling looks finished. That took a lot of energy from me, so it's very important to make sure your sheets are not difficult. Set them up ahead of time so you don't waste a lot of energy like I just did struggling. Because what will happen is not holding the sheet correctly in the wrong spot of the sheet will cause it not to pinch properly, I guess, in certain areas. Well, it will break and cut in half. So you'll be sitting there with 2 pieces of drywall in your hand, wondering why did it break? All right, so very important to get screws in it. There's your butt that's floating. You see what I'm saying now? Your butt is going to float, right? You can see that, right? So your next sheet's going to come up, and you're not going to follow those because they are not square. I'm telling you that from experience. And this is it. If you've got any questions, I don't know, maybe I'll put a YouTube thing together at my age, because you know what? I've done this so long that I got so much information, so much stuff to know, knowledge of why things do and why things are the way they are in terms of drywall and a little bit of construction. So it'd be a shame not to share that with guys and you guys and homeowners, because it works. It's the reason why I do what I do. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. And I will definitely see you guys down the road. Peace, always, from me to you. Have a nice day. Peter Phillips. And I would call this, as I call my own business when I work for myself, designer drywaller. That's me. Have a nice day. God bless. All right. Peace out. We're shutting down. Bye, folks.